The final step for our large motif is to overstitch the star, and I'm going to be using a slightly different color. This is the silver silk lame braid, and I'm going to anchor with a pin stitch to begin with because I can see pretty well what's going to be covered. Now, when I make a pin stitch from the front to begin, I always do it from the front. I hang on to the tail and kind of move threads out of the way so that I can see where my pin stitch needs to go. I'm going to make this stitch 3 times over the same canvas thread. I can't really keep the thread from tangling at this point because I've got both hands tied up. Well, I'll just have to let go of that and see if I can work this out. Okay, now I'm going to hold on to it again. Now let me clip this off so that it won't be in my way while I'm stitching. Again, if you are nervous about this, you can clip it from the back. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stitch between the points of the 12-pointed star, and all of the stitches are going to end right in the center. So let me make sure that this is the center. I'm going to enlarge this hole just a bit like we did before. So I've got a good target for where I'm headed. So from the tip I'm going to count over 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down 2. These stitches can be done in any order because they all are ending in the same hole and your thread carry is not going to show. So I'm going to do the same thing from this point. I'm going to count over 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and up 2. And we should be 5 from this point as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's just 4. That's not where I want to be. Oh yeah, that is where I want to be. Okay. I guess I should have pre-marked these as well to make it easier. Now you'll notice that the relationships of these endpoints are not completely symmetrical, but it is more pleasing to the eye. This was somewhat tricky to work out. I'm not going to lie. Okay. This overstitching helps to hold all the layers of the 12-pointed star in place. But I do want to make sure that we are lined up with each other. One of the things that you can do to make sure that you're aligned properly is to take a piece of thread and lay it into the channel that you're stitching into. Now, I don't think that I'm quite in the right spot, so let me do a little bit of counting. Hope I didn't just stitch a knot into my thread. Okay, I need to come up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Okay, that's aligned just like it needs to be. One more little end point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Okay. Now you'll see that this overstitching has completely filled up the center. So now we don't have empty canvas showing at the center. And you can kind of tug to make sure that all of the layers of the 12-pointed star are being held down properly. So now I'm going to end with a pin stitch, just like I've done before. And it can be a little bit trickier to see where around the center to put a pin stitch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it a little bit away from the center. It's still going to be covered up. But I'm just going to put it over here where I know these other threads are going to cover it up. Since I've got so much going on at the center right now, it would be a little bit more challenging to put something right there. And I will move the threads of the star back over this so that my pin stitch won't show. Just like this. Okay, now my pin stitch is all hidden. So this is the whole large motif. And the last thing that we're going to do to complete this little project is to do a background stitch.